Eradicator.
Hello guys and welcome to the channel, it's the Eradicator, and in this video we will be talking about Star Citizen. Star Citizen in 2022, is this the year for Star Citizen? There's been a lot of negativity earlier this year. It's true that the beginning of this year was a little bit slow when it comes to Star Citizen, not a lot of news, not a lot of updates from the developers. And you know, we had 3.16, which was basically a 3.15.1, kind of felt lackluster in the eyes of some people and content creator, and that is totally understandable. But is it really a year to throw in the trash can? Well, I, for one, have never believed so. I've always stayed positive so far this year, except for the roadmap update, but that was February last year anyway. But I did say that I do expect some, I have said that I do expect some major improvements coming up this year. Maybe not server meshing, but I think that 2022 is going to be just like somehow a little bit 2021 was, with the new inventory system, health mechanics, the beginning of Death of the Spaceman. You know, we're starting to see slowly but surely some real progress coming up in the game, and it is having a pretty significant impact on the way that we play Star Citizen. And I believe that it's going to be even more the case for Star Citizen in 2022. And the reason is because we've got a lot of amazing updates coming up later this year. The first one that we already know is the sales mechanic, looting and sales mechanic, selling mechanic coming up. It starts at 3.17. And that is fantastic because finally there will be a purpose for exploring new locations, looting, finding equipment that you would not find in shops otherwise. Basically, playing the game is going to be rewarding, and that is not really something that was happening really in the past. I mean, sure, I mean, it was rewarding financially speaking. You could get, you know, millions of Alpha UEC, but then, the things that you would do with those millions of Alpha UEC would always be the same. You go to a shop, you find the same items everywhere, and then, you know, it's just like everybody's got the same gear all over the place, and it feels kind of, you know, boring and not really special. Compared to, you know, your experience would not be very special compared to the other experience that people would have had. That is changing with the looting and sales mechanic coming up in Star Citizen coming up in Star Citizen of 3.17. Next, something that I touched on in yesterday's video, Quantum, the simulation from Tony Zorove that is going to be regulating the background simulation of Star Citizen is coming up. It has been confirmed by Todd Pappy in the latest episode of Star Citizen Not So Live that Quantum is going to be regulating the prices of some items in the verse. Not all of the items, obviously, but at least it's going to be regulating fuel, repairing, based on basically what the simulation quanta, the NPCs. Of course, the NPCs will not be flying, but they will be flying in the simulation. We'll just not be seeing them in 3.17. Based on what they're doing, based on the mining activities of the players as well. And that in itself is also going to be generating events triggered by the activities that are happening in the verse, such as, for example, we'll start with combat beacons, 12 combat beacons that will be happening randomly throughout the verse, which players will be able to take and eventually take part in combats where there will be situations in which pirates would have intercepted some kind of cargo or miners and will have to save them, and vice versa. If we are hostiles, maybe some pirates will be intercepted by security forces and hostile players will have to take them down. Who knows? It's also even going to be possible that there's going to be an unlawful equivalent of a lawful combat beacon mission as well. Everything is in the realm of possibility when it comes to Quantum, and that is, you know, the very first steps of the living, breathing universe. A very huge reason to be excited for. Next, that is not coming up in 3.17, but perhaps if there are no delays, it will be coming up in the next patch in 3.18. We are talking about the cargo refactor. That is also huge, guys, because cargo has pretty much always been the same since Star Citizen Alpha 3.0, but finally traders are going to have their game loop as intended, as that they have been waiting for a very long time. cargo refactor, you're gonna have to manually place your cargo, put it in your cargo hold, and then unload it when you arrive at your destination. That also means that if you are intercepted by pirates, pirates will be able to disable your ship. It's already possible to disable a ship if you are using, for example, distortion weapons. You can do that. Pirates are going to be able to stop you as well. Let's say they have a significant force. They say, you know what, we're taking half of your cargo, otherwise you get destroyed. Well, you know, it's better to... Some players would not agree. Some players would rather die and leave nothing behind for the pirates. But again, that's very silly, because, you know, if your ship is destroyed, the boxes will be ejected and the pirates will still be able to take boxes. So eventually, even in the future, starting in 3.18, even if you decide, you know, screw this, I'm dying, you're not taking anything, that is not going to work in 3.18, because if you die, they'll be able to take some of your boxes anyway. So it's also going to have people, you know, think twice what is going to be their best options. Because in the end, you know, when you're out there, you don't want to be wasting your time. You want to be making a profit. You want to be making money. You want to monetize your time. And that's why I believe that I think that the cargo refactor is not just going to be changing the way people trade, but also how piracy is going to be happening in there. So already three major improvements coming up in Star Citizen 3.17 and 3.18. We have cargo mechanics, we have quanta, and we have selling. That's not all. I think that we are also going to have some improvements when it comes to player status. It's something that they have been talking about for quite some time as well. And we are going to have, you know, what I call the poop update, which is players having to take more care of their hygiene. Showers are going to have finally be functional. Going to the bathroom is also going to be something that is going to be required as well. You know, that little bathroom over here, yes, it will have a functionality and players will have to eventually use it. Starting from 3.17, hunger and thirst are also going to be persistent. That means that, you know, you cannot just, you know, if your character is thirsty or hungry, you cannot just log out and log in again. It's not gonna be and then be at 100%. That's not going to work. You're gonna have to go to shops, buy some food and drinks for your character to eventually feel hydrated and satisfied when it comes to hunger. So that's also another improvement. It's not going to be very, you know, intrusive, but still nevertheless something that you're going to have to be watching out. A little bit of survival mechanics in Star Citizen, and that is also coming up in well, maybe 3.18 or 4.0. Speaking of 4.0, I do believe, again, that is not confirmed, however. What I talked about earlier was confirmed. What I'm saying is not confirmed, but I do believe that we're in for a surprise for CitizenCon. Maybe some announcement. Oh dear. Maybe some announcement coming up later, but they have been really pushing for Paro. Jared has been saying, you know, we're on the road to Paro. It doesn't mean that Paro is coming, because you never know. Maybe there will be issues that will cause some delays, so they don't want to be announcing, well, Paro this year. But I believe that they are going to be trying to aim for Paro this year, and we could also see some major improvement there. Again, that is not confirmed. That's why I'm not saying that, you know, it's going to be huge. Oh, 2022 is going to have Paro and Server Machine. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that we are already getting some fantastic improvements in Star Citizen in Alpha 3.17, 3.18, and so on this year. And I think that it really is a reason to get excited out there. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys. What do you think is the new feature or the improvement you're the most excited for 2022? I think that for me it's the cargo refactor, but I'm very excited about the quantum system incoming in 3.17. That is also something that I've been working for quite some time. You know, the background simulation, and who knows, maybe this is going to be leading to NPCs walking and flying their ships in space, walking on planets as well, taxi missions. There's just so much that can potentially come to Star Citizen this year if everything works out. So if you answer the question that I just asked, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube in public settings. Answer the question that I just asked, you know, can get to win a whole A or a whole C. The whole C comes with LTI. On Discord as well, we got a whole big thanks to Dr. Forbin. If you're a Patreon or a YouTube Joe member, you should have access to my Discord channel, where also Patreons and YouTube Joe members have access to some exclusive videos. I'll also be posting another exclusive video later this year. That's all for this year. Oh, later this day, today, on Tuesday. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. It's the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. A huge shout out to everyone who's been helping me out on Patreon and via the YouTube Join membership program. Creating content on YouTube involves continuous circles of ups and downs, and it is when we are the lower parts of the curve that your help really motivates me to keep on going. Your contribution really does make a difference, which is why in return I try to give back by offering backers access to my private Discord channel, automatic access to exclusive giveaways, or answering your questions during the show. You can help me out with as little as $1 a month, and any help is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching again. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.